Hello guys, welcome back. This is Modern Man MTG here, and we're going to be playing one of the few decks not affected by the new ban list, and that's Naya Burn. This is going to be another deck I think is going to be rising up in popularity. Still playing the Ravenous Traps in the sideboard. Maybe I shouldn't be, but some people are still predicting the Dredge deck's going to be good playing Thugs over the Trolls. So I don't want to be completely without a Dredge sideboard, and it's also good against Eggs deck. I've noticed a few Eggs decks popping up too as well. So let's go ahead and jump into the game, guys, and I'm planning on this being a quick video today. I apologize. I'm just getting kind of tired today. And let's see how it goes. Opponent won the die roll as always. This hand seems very good. It's unfortunate that we can't get Sacred Foundry and Stomping Ground. Our natural is only going to be a 2/2. I think that's fine, good enough to keep. Opponent plays Forest to Blister Pod. Wonder if my opponent's playing a Cryptolith Rights Blood Artist deck. I've been interested in building one of those decks for quite a while now. I just haven't got around to it. It's always one of my favorite styles of play, is just like pinging your opponent to death. Grab Stomping Ground off Bloodstained Mire, untapped, play Nicodle, pass the turn. Next turn, we're looking at playing Goblin Guide and Grim Lavamancer, depending on what we draw. I'm going to play Swamp. Plays Carrier Thrall. Whenever it dies, you create another Eldrazi Scion. My opponent's playing the old standard variant of this deck. Seems to be that way right now. So we're going to go ahead and play a Goblin Guide. It's kind of awkward because we can't really attack into them. But I think we have to. I don't think we can let our opponent build up here. Goblin Guide reveals something. Swamp. Okay. Draws the opponent a Swamp. Curious to see where my opponent blocks here. If they think the Goblin Guide's more value or the Nicodle. Yeah, I think the Nicodle's more value because it might be a 3/3 eventually, depending on my luck. Second main phase, cast Grim Lavamancer, pass the turn. I don't know how I feel particularly about this match. I don't know if it's good or bad. I don't think it's a great matchup for us by any means. Opponent cast Nantuko Husk. It's fine. Well, not really fine. I mean, it's annoying. Can make it. Opponent attacks for 1. 2. Opponent's getting crazy. Take 2, fall to 17. Play Copperline Gorge. I don't think we're going to play Lava Spike here, just because I want to keep Lavamancer and Charm or Target's Command on. I don't know if I should be attacking here with Goblin Guide. Would I rather it block or attack? That's the question. I think I'd rather it block if it comes to that. So I'll just go ahead and pass turn here. Opponent play is definitely playing the old standard deck. They're playing Jungle Hollow. Okay, okay. Gains life from Jungle Hollow. Opponent cast another Blister Pod. It's fine. This deck actually might be a pretty good modern deck if it gets some updates. Because him clogging up the ground right now is actually kind of annoying. And essentially, my opponent has 2 creatures per Blister Pod. So that's 4 or 5 creatures, so you can make him a 12/12. Opponent goes to combat. Does my opponent choose to attack is the question. So here, I think I'm going to block my Goblin Guide on their Blister Pod. Force them to sack it to Nantuko Husk. Something to think about when you're playing against old standard decks while playing modern is that's what this format was originally supposed to be, as far as I know it. That's what it was thought about around my shop, my local gaming store where I'm from. Is it was a place where you could play old standard decks and they would be good. So my opponent's just doing that here. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with it. Sometimes you put a lot of money into a deck and you just want to keep playing it and get your money out of it. Take 4, I fall to 10, or 5, sorry. Opponent passes turn, so we're going to go ahead and shoot my opponent for 2. Exile Mikado and Bloodstainmire. Go ahead and Boros to charm the opponent as well. Opponent falls to 13. Draw another Goblin Guide. Do I play another Goblin Guide? Now that I drew a Goblin Guide, I can attack with a Goblin Guide here. Let's go ahead and try to attack with this Goblin Guide. Draw my opponent another swamp. Opponent blocks with their Blister Pod, which I'm fine with. Gets some loses my creature, essentially. Second main phase, I'll cast another Goblin Guide. Pass turn. My opponent can make their Nantuko Husk an 8/8 here. At biggest right now. So the question is, if they don't play any other creatures, do I just single block, or do I just take it? I hope my opponent doesn't pump it. Or even if they do, I can turn my creature sideways and kill them. Unfortunately, they played a Smothering Abomination. 2 colorless, black, black, devoid, flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, sack a creature. Whenever you sack a creature, draw a card. That card seems pretty good. Yeah, sure. Why not? I think I play this in my commander deck. Opponent pays a black. Probably sacking some Scions here. Gonna shoot my Grim Lava Mantras with the Bone Splinters. Um, hmm. I think. Oh wait, I can't actually even burn my opponent here. So I think I have to. Opponents can't gain life. Deal 3 damage to them. 10. They go to 8. Shoot them with the Lava Mancer. Opponent falls to 8. Now I don't have to block the Nantuko Husk here, because at biggest it becomes a 8/8, and I fall to 2. Opponent has to be careful about what they do here, yeah, because if they attacked with their Nantuko Husk and 2 Scions, I could have drew an Antarcus command like I did and killed them. But I will just go ahead and Lava Spike the opponent. Opponent falls to 5. I wonder if I'm supposed to attack here. If I attack here, probably block with the Smothering Abomination and a Scion or the Husk. Yeah, I think so. If not, my opponent can just start chipping in with the Smothering Abomination. If you guys know of any decks kind of like this for a modern, adapted to the modern format, go ahead and let me know. I'd be very interested in building something similar to this. Probably has like Blood Artist and things like that in it. Opponent's still in the think tank, deciding whether they should block or not. If they don't block, they have to block both of my Goblin Guides or I win. So I'm assuming they block with. They're going to grow their Husk, okay. Are they only blocking with one creature then? They're only going to block with their Husk? That would be an interesting block, to say the least. Nope. So I'm going to give my creature +1/+1 and deal 3 damage to my opponent. Opponent falls to 2. Surprised he didn't sack the Smothering Abomination and draw a card. Is that what happens? Whenever you sack a creature, draw a card. So yes, he could have sacked his own Smothering Abomination and draw a card. He might have. I don't think he did, though. Does my opponent have another creature in their hand? And they do. Let's see if they know they can kill me. Why don't you guys let me know down below what your favorite deck you've seen me play so far is? The more you guys influence me and tell me what decks you like the most, the more I'm probably going to play that deck. Right now, I'm just cycling through my list of decks to play. Unless somebody tells me they want to see another deck that I have put together. I'm actually just going to scoop it up here. My opponent's up. Draw a card. My opponent was dead next turn. Oh well. Here, Deflecting Palm seems good against Nantuko Husk. So do Paths. Maybe Skullcracks. I don't know if they have any way to gain life in the deck. So I'm looking at taking out like a Grim Lavamancer doesn't really do anything. You can just sack a creature with a Husk. Swift Spears just get chump blocked. Sort of Goblin Guides. I mean, so do all of my creatures really, but those have the least impact on the game. So bring it back in the Lavamancer and 2 Goblin Guides. And we'll try it like this. A little more laid back kind of a burn deck right now. Taking out all of our aggression really in order to be able to interact with the opponent. I have updated all of my decks to be post-ban, and I am the only deck I had to completely get rid of because I think it was unplayable after the bannings was Suicide Blue or Blue-Red Prowess or whatever people are calling it. Yeah, I'm going to keep this hand. I got a Coddle on 1 and an Eidolon on 2. That seems alright. I don't know if the standard deck had a way to kill Eidolon. Play a Coddle, pass turn. Hopefully draw a white source for the Deflecting Bomb sometime soon. Opponent plays Rogue Passage. Okay. Interesting. Play Bloodstained Mire, sacrifice it. Grab a Sacred Foundry untapped. Cast Eidolon. Attack the opponent for 3. Pass turn. Rogue's Passage is kind of with much you can pay for and make it unblockable. Seems pretty alright. I'm down. I'm down with the Rogue's Passage in the deck. I don't know if that was a standard thing. I don't even know if it was standard recently. Opponent has to discard a card. This game is not looking good. I discarded a Bone Splinters. Oh, that's even looking worse for the opponent. Now I can just attack his command, which I think I'm going to do. Just main phase it. While I know my opponent doesn't have any removal in hand. Attack the opponent for 7. Opponent falls to 7. They're dead next turn if they don't have anything. So at the end of the turn, I'm just going to Lightning Bolt them. It does not seem like they drew anything. And they scoop it up. Jumping right into game 3 here. Didn't really see anything different from the opponent, so I'm just going to run it back like this. As I was saying earlier, old standard decks do have, I mean, if it was a good standard deck, I mean, it's viable in modern. I mean, my opponent beat me first game, and Naya Burn is a tier list, so I mean, Might as well try it and upgrade some cards here and there. I think some sweet brews could come out of it. I mean, my opponent just upgrades some of the dirtily creatures in the deck. He could have a cool deck. I mean, instead of playing Nantuko Husk, he could play Bloodthrone Vampire. Cost a mana less and does the same thing, but it's a 1/1. First turn here, I think I'm just going to play my Goblin Guide because I plan on playing a turn 2 Eidolon. So we're going to play Inspiring Advantage and the Goblin Guide just because even though I drew the Sacred Foundry, it only represents 3 damage, while this represents 4. Attack for 2 with the Goblin Guide. Reveal a Swamp. Opponent cast a Cutthroat, which is the same thing as a Blood Artist, I believe, except for it's a 1/1 instead of a 0/1. Go ahead and attack with the Goblin Guide here. Feel Elvish Visionary. Opponent takes 2. Here, I think I'm going to bolt the Cutthroat instead of playing an Eidolon. Well, maybe not. That's interesting. So I don't really want them to start gaining life. They don't really have a sack outlet either. So I'll go ahead and play the Eidolon this turn. Represents more damage longer the game goes. So wait, magic is just pay attention to the little things. The little things may seem insignificant, but they're very significant in the long run. Like which way you can sequence your lands. Like I could play Sacred Foundry instead of Stomping Ground there, but then if I wanted to play my Mikado next turn, I would have to pay 2 life, another 2 life. The next turn now, I can just play the land tapped if I want to. Just saves me 2 life, or I can just play this Bloodstained Mire, which is probably what I'm going to do. Go to combat. Attack with both my creatures. Goblin Guide reveals Carrier Thrall. Opponent takes 4. Falls to 13. We're going to cast into Coddle here. Take 2 from our Eidolon and pass turn. Just something to remember. Don't get down on yourself if you misplay. Everybody misplays. Pros misplay. You can watch them stream, and they'll even admit they misplay. You can watch them misplay. It's just something you have to accept, and you're going to have to make a room for error, margin of error, is what I like to call it. I haven't met one player who just never misplays. And there's some hella good players out there, but a lot of them misplay, man. Opponent plays their Carrier Thrall. That's fine. They take 2 from the Eidolon, fall to 11. Play their Elvish Visionary. Fall to 9, draw a card. Here we're going to Bloodstained Mire Mountain and Boros Charm the opponent. Sack Bloodstained Mire. Grab one of the 3 mountains in the deck. Go ahead and deal 4 damage to the opponent with Boros Charm. That's a good draw. So we're going to play Sacred Foundry tapped. We're going to bolt their Cutthroat, I think. Well, no. Actually, what am I doing? I can just bullshit lightning lava spike the opponent here. See, sometimes you overthink things. I wasn't thinking about just throwing the burn cells at the opponent's forehead. Opponent's in the tank, whether deciding whether they're going to lose or not, and my opponent dies. So, once again, guys, as always, remember to like and leave a comment down below of any suggestions you have, any critiques of my play you have, more videos of a certain deck type you want to see, anything like that. Remember, subscribe to the channel. We're getting bigger and bigger, guys. We're at 10 subscribers the last time I checked. Um, the bigger we get, the better we're going to get. And I hope you guys have a good night. See you guys later. Bye bye.